Hey guys, this is Julian of Julian Gray Media. Today's video is going to be a review of Loopmasters' new cloud-based sample storage solution, LoopCloud. I hope you enjoy. Let's hop into the studio and check it out. Awesome guys, so today's video is a review for Loopmasters. They reached out to me about their new cloud service, Loopmasters LoopCloud. Essentially, if you have a Loopmasters account and you've been buying samples from them over the years, they went in and actually tagged and added metadata to all their sample packs to make it easier for you to find the right sample for what you're using. So we're going to go ahead and launch the LoopCloud app. This is the app once you install it on your computer. Let me go ahead and launch that now. And basically, LoopCloud is an online cloud-based service where it stores all of the packs that you bought from Loopmasters, and it organizes them, like I said, by metadata, similar to almost Splice Sounds, but it works specifically with Loopmasters packs, and they also give you free weekly packs here in the new Inspiration tab right here. So even if you don't own any Loopmasters packs or sample packs or construction kits or whatever, you can still make some use of this by using these free packs they give you on a weekly basis. So let's actually go over the interface here. As you can see, we have instruments, genres, labels, formats, content types, key, and BPM. As you can see under the instruments tab, we can go through the tags of instruments. Let's say we have a bass guitar. We want to find a bass guitar loop. We added that tag to the top here, and as you can see, if we hit clear, it clears our tags. But let's go back again. Let's say we want to find a bass guitar loop, and then we're going to do, let's say, an electro bass loop. Maybe electro is a bad one with a bass guitar. We'll just do like funk is probably more likely. And then we can actually go under labels. If you guys want to look at a specific manufacturer, let's say Connected Audio, Discovery Sound, people that distribute through Loopmasters, you can actually narrow it down here. Formats, where you can select the format of the file. These are like battery presets or machine presets, contact libraries, Ableton Live packs or templates, and then the standard wave. Content types, loops. So let's say we want to find a loop. We'll highlight that right now to add that to our list of tags here. And then in the key and BPM window, you can adjust the key and BPM according to what key or BPM you want your sample to be in. I want it to be in 120 to 140, just to give us a little bit of wiggle room to find a cool sample. So now, as you can see, it's narrowed it down to these. I'm actually going to go ahead and clear the bass guitar one just to make it a little bit more obvious to find more samples here. And then we'll go ahead and clear the funk tag, and maybe we'll do something more my vein of music, let's say tech house. And then we want to find a bass. So this is going to find a ton of samples in my sample library that match the query that I just applied here. So if you own a lot of Loopmasters stuff, you won't have to go through browsing in Ableton or what have you to find these samples. And let's actually apply a key here. Let's pick a D and see what it finds. So these are all samples now, again referencing the query that we've assigned here with the tag. So we have bass, tech house, or tech house basses, loops, the key of D, and 120 to 140 BPM. And as you can see, if we scroll through these now, it's going to show us all of that. What we can do is actually go into Ableton. This is something that makes LoopCloud very cool against something like Splice Sounds. We can actually install a LoopCloud VST plugin and drag it onto an instrument channel or a MIDI channel. And then we can actually reference the samples in the context of whatever track we're working on. So let's set the BPM here to 126 or something along those lines, the tech house realm. Let's set the metronome on so you can hear what I'm saying here. And then once you drag this VST onto a MIDI channel and go to the LoopCloud window, what you want to do is press connect, and this basically locks LoopCloud's browser here into the MIDI sync of Ableton here. So if we hit play, as you can hear, it's going to play the metronome, but it's also going to play the sample in key with that, or in time with that metronome. So launch the metronome, go into LoopCloud, and then we can actually check these in the speed of the song. And it's sped up that sample from that 122 on LoopCloud to that 126, which is pretty cool. The other cool thing we can do is now drag these directly into Ableton, which is a very cool feature. Just hold it until it's downloaded. Takes a little bit longer on my computer because my internet's bad here. But if you have a good connection speed, it will be instantaneous. And then we can actually play this as if it was just anywhere dragged into Ableton here. Cool. So now what we can do is find another loop. Let's say that we want to find a drum loop now. Let's clear the bass tag out and let's go to instruments and we'll do, let's say, kick drum. Let's find a D major kick. As you can see, it still has that D tag, so these kicks should be in key with D. Let's give this a play. Oops, I have to play the host. Cool, so that's a pretty cool loop, and I'm going to actually drag that into our set here. Let's do this. It's a very quick loop building kind of construction kit style way of writing music here. So let's add that kick. Cool, that's sounding quite nice. I'm actually going to disable the metronome now because it's unnecessary. I'm going to go back into LoopCloud and we're going to find ourselves a hi-hat. Now, as you can see, I've cleared the query. What we're going to do now is select a hi-hat. And this time we're actually going to select a one-shot. So we're going to go to content types. We're going to do one-shots. And we're not going to define a genre or a key or BPM here because we're dealing with a one-shot. So these are hi-hats, as you can hear. Let's just listen to a couple of these. And as you can see, you can apply different rhythm sections to these hi-hats so that they play in a specific rhythm instead of just the standard quarter note. By default, this is going to be set to auto, which is 1 per beat, like this, a quarter note for the floor style. But we're going to actually play around with this. I was messing with the 8th note triplet. I really quite like that with the context of the track. Let's give this a play. I really quite like that in the context of the track. Let's give that a play. So let's go ahead and grab a hi-hat here. Let's click on this one and hit play. Maybe not that one, maybe let's keep going. I quite like that one. Now what we can do is actually hit download HQ file. And then if we want it to maintain that rhythm and use it as a loop instead of a one shot, all we have to do is drag out the process sample instead of the original, and then we're going to get that loop. And as you can see, when we import it into Ableton, it's that triplet sound now instead of just the one shot. So you can effectively build your own loops within LoopCloud window here and then drag them in based on one shots, which is pretty cool. So the next thing this track needs is some sort of ambient melodic element. Let's see if we can find something cool here. String pad might warrant something neat. So this is going to be a problem because these are in the key of C. I think that one of these will work probably. Let's give this a play just to hear how it sounds. It's downloading a preview. That could be very cool. Let's give this thing a play with the context of the track. So the issue that we're running into now is that this sample that we like right here, let me give it a play, isn't in the same key as the song. Luckily, in LoopCloud, you can actually change the pitch of the sample right in the window here and then actually download the file that's processed. So let's actually adjust this to be in key with the song, up 3 semitones, and then give this a play. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is hit download HQ file. Let it do its thing for a moment. Downloads the file, and then I drag the processed audio in to the project file here. That's sounding pretty cool. And then for the next and final element, I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. And let's grab some drum loops here. Let's do drums, and then we'll do genres. We'll do tech house. And then I want a drum loop. So let's go ahead through some of these and see what we can find. Cool, I quite like that jungle loop right here. Just to show you really quick, I want to show you these two buttons right here. This essentially allows you to play the sample that you're viewing at double time or half time according to these two buttons. If we hit the ×2 button, that's double time, and that's half time. So if we play it, it's still going to be in time with the rhythm. Though I like it right in that normal time. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that into our DAW here. Let's give it a moment to download. Again, it's my internet. If I had better internet, this would be much faster. And let's give this a play. Cool, and that is a basic track. I'm going to go ahead and do some quick mixing on this just to make it sound a little bit more appealing here. I'll go ahead and sidechain some elements here. Maybe it sounds a little bit better without that hi-hat actually. But that's the magic of LoopCloud, where we can actually experiment with different loops quickly and get ideas down and kind of construction kit our way into writing a song like this. And let's just say that you have a fully written song and you just want a little loop like that jungle loop I have right here that I added at the last second. You can always just do that, and you can actually go through your entire Loopmasters library and find them quickly via the tags right here. So if you're a user of Loopmasters and you buy packs from them already, there's no real reason not to download LoopCloud. It's a very, very cool file organization system, and it saves space in your computer because you don't have to download every single pack you own. And also they give you free samples every week, and that's pretty cool as well. So I hope you enjoyed this review of LoopCloud by Loopmasters. Go check it out in the description below. You can download it for free, as I said, and sign up if you already have a Loopmasters account as well. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike, and let me know why in the comments below. I make a video every week, and make sure to subscribe for future videos. I'm Julian, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.